This is so different. Hi, my friends. I know. You girl knows. Where the hell have I been? I know. I'm so sorry. It's been a few months. This is the first time in a minute I have been away from YouTube, I think, this long. But today I decided to come back with something kind of easy. This is my everyday makeup routine. I was looking back on my channel and I realized that I have not made this video since like 2015. That was a good 3 years ago. So it was well due to update that video. So let's just get on to the video. I already did my brows. This is weird. This is so weird talking from the camera again. Okay, I already did my brows. My brow routine overall is the same. It will be linked up here and down below in the description box. The only thing that has changed is I no longer use my NYX brow powder to further fill in my brows. I only use the ABH Dip Brow Pomade. I only use the Dip Brow Pomade in Granite. Yeah, so the process overall has stayed the same. It's just I don't use the NYX powder, the brow powder, anymore. And like the concealer changes sometimes, from time to time, but the process itself has not changed, minus the powder. So I already moisturized. Lately I've been using this Mary Kay Time Wise Age Fighting Moisturizer. It looks like this. I'm almost out of it, but this has done my skin very well. It says it's for normal to dry skin. It's also suitable for sensitive skin, and it says it's oil and fragrance free. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser around kind of like my T-zone area. And I usually do it at the chin too, and my forehead, especially my forehead, because I have like little bumps on my forehead. I try to smooth that out as much as possible because I do not want that to peek through when I put on my foundation. I put the most on my forehead, to be honest, because that's like my biggest problem area. I'm going to use my Too Faced Hangover primer around pretty much everywhere else that I didn't touch on my face. Because I have dry skin, I like to use a lot of hydrating primers. I know summer is coming. It already feels like it's summer, but it's technically not officially here yet. I know it's coming, it's getting hotter outside. But, and even though, yeah, you'll sweat and stuff, I still use very hydrating primer. When like it gets even hotter than it already is, I'll probably use the FentyBeauty one because it's like a soft matte, so it's a balance of the two. And the one I like to use to cover up my eyes is the Tarte one, the Tarte Shape Tape in Deep. And I'm gonna just cover up my eyes with that. This one just matches my skin the best. I like this. My lips and this my skin. Usually I would set my concealer on my eyes with my Ben Nye banana powder, but I don't have that with me. I'm just going to use a little bit of my FentyBeauty invisimatte blotting powder. I'm just using this mini like travel sized It Cosmetics brush. I don't know what kind of brush it is. It's not written on here. I usually do not use this powder. the thing is with this powder, like lately, I don't know how much of it I'm using, because I know I'm tapping in the product, but because it really is invisible when you apply it, I feel like I'm not, like I didn't apply anything, or I didn't apply enough, so I keep adding more. And that could be tricky, because that, I think, could give you flashback. So if you have this powder and you're using it, just be mindful of that. So that's it for the eyes. I don't use any eyeshadow usually for everyday makeup. I might go back to the brow bone later. I'll see how I feel and how things look. For foundation, I will be using my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And this is in the shade Namibia. I think I'm saying it right. Bro, I still have not washed this brush. Did I? No, I don't think I did. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. Sorry, the fan's on. I forgot to mention that. You probably can hear it. I don't think it's going to make that much noise on camera, but it's just so hot in my room. I cannot not have it on. I need to have it on. I don't know where we stopped, but I'm just going to quickly just go through what I was talking about, just in case that wasn't caught on camera. I was talking about NARS and how I was getting the foundation, and how I had originally gotten the wrong shade. I was shade match, and she said this was my right shade, and we tried it on the store, and it looked right. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And it wasn't my shade at all. Then I went to the Sephora at my school, and I got rematched there, and ended up picking this one in the shade Namibia, because it just fits, it matched with me the best. So I was like, yeah, I'll just try this one out. They were nice enough to let me exchange, even though I could not find my receipt anywhere. I was worried they weren't going to let me exchange it. They were going to let me like have to buy it. And this foundation is not cheap. It is a good 50 bucks. But they were nice and they let me exchange it. I was really happy about that. And now I've got a better shade. I was also explaining how as it gets hotter outside and summer does come, I will be switching to the CC cream. That will be probably the only difference of my everyday makeup routine, specifically more so for the summer, because it's going to get hot outside. This has SPF 15. This is from Mary Kay. I don't know if this has any SPF in it, to be completely honest with you. I have no idea. This is something that I might wear in the summertime when I'm going out, like to the club with my friends. But for everyday makeup routine, when summer does officially come, I will be using like a CC cream. I'm going to be adding on a bit of my Instant Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline. They finally came out with darker shades. I can finally try this. This is one of the concealers I've been wanting to try for so long, and Maybelline finally got it together. Just under here. This one's a lot lighter than my Tarte Shape Tape. That's why I would use my Tarte Shape Tape more. But I want a little bit of a highlight. I want it to be a little bit brighter under my eyes. So I'm just going to mix in a bit of this. Once I finish this shade, this was in the shade Caramel. Once I finish this, because I'm like not even halfway through, I'm going to get the darkest shade after that. So I want something that kind of matches a little bit more with my skin. But I do appreciate that it's a little lighter, because it can add a little bit of highlight under my eyes. That whole area should be covered in concealer. I hope I'm talking loud enough in this video. I'm going to be setting my concealer with the invisimatte blotting powder. That hasn't changed. Usually I would use the Ruby Kisses mineral powder in Ebony, I think it was called. It's the darkest one. I'd usually use that to bronze. Usually I've been more into bronze than cream contour, but I didn't bring that for some reason, so I can't bronze. I did bring my cream contour Eligo Pro Concealer in the shade Mahogany, so I'm cream contouring. I like the way it looks better once I add the mineral powder. Sometimes I'll cream contour, but not as much. Maybe I'll get back into it when it gets hotter. The sponge from the FentyBeauty invisimatte blotting powder, and I'm going to do it all the way down here, like down to my chin. I'm going to brush it off. Astro Glaze blush stick in the shade Makeup Mauve. I'm just going to apply this. Yeah, this is better. Ruby Kiss mineral powder in the shade Cognac. This one is like my shade. I used to use this to bronze with, and then I realized that it wasn't doing the job anymore. So now I would use it to blend out. Spray with my Badescu rosewater facial spray. Mascara. I'm gonna use the top lashes for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and the bottom lashes I'm gonna be using the Tarte Tartiest mascara. Yeah, in reality, I wouldn't wear lashes. Personal thing. Highlight powder in La Peach. This is I didn't add any more products as far as the powder. This is just whatever's on it. And just to blend it out a little bit. There's a few that I use, and I'll show you the few that I would use for every day, okay? So what I'm definitely going to be using is my Jordana lip liner in the shade Coco Loco. This is my favorite brown lip liner. I'll either use my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London, or I'll use this little travel size Makeup Forever lipstick I got in the shade N9, I think Rouge. I did use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. And this concludes my everyday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new and you like what you see and you would like to see more from me, do not be afraid to click that subscribe button down below. I love making new friends. And I will see you guys in the next video.